Waking up to pee isn't the problem. The problem is what it means. Because an enlarged prostate doesn't just ruin sleep, it quietly ruins your days. Weak stream, urgency, that always looking for a bathroom life. Most men accept it as aging. That's the trap. Because a lot of prostate trouble is driven by three things that food can influence: inflammation, hormone signaling, and oxidative stress inside the prostate tissue. And certain fruits hit all three, not as a miracle, as a daily pressure release. In this video, I'll show you the fruits most linked to supporting a healthier prostate, how to use them without spiking blood sugar, and the healthy fruit habit that can make symptoms worse. So, which fruit looks harmless but can quietly increase inflammation and make nighttime trips even worse? Let's get one thing straight. Fruit is not a drug. It's not a surgery. It's not a guaranteed shrink button. What fruit can do is reduce the forces that push the prostate in the wrong direction. Less inflammation, less oxidative stress, better metabolic control. And when those improve, many men notice three changes first: less urgency, less nighttime trips, better flow. That's the real win, not a fantasy. Most men think prostate health is only about one supplement. Then they keep eating the diet that fuels the problem. So we're going to start with the fruits that actually target the system. Fruit number 1, tomatoes. Yes, it's a fruit. If you only choose one fruit for prostate health, tomatoes are the one. Why? Lycopene. Tomatoes are one of the main lycopene sources in the diet, and lycopene is strongly associated with prostate support in the research conversation. Here's the detail most men miss. Cooked tomatoes usually deliver lycopene better than raw. So the easiest routine is simple: tomato sauce, cooked tomatoes, tomato paste in meals, 3 times a week, not once a month. Tomatoes support the prostate environment, but prostate symptoms are often driven by inflammation and blood sugar too. That's where the next fruit hits harder. Fruit number 2, berries, inflammation control. Berries are small, but they punch above their weight. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're loaded with compounds tied to inflammation control and oxidative stress defense. And oxidative stress matters because prostate tissue can be sensitive to it. Here's the best way to use berries. Daily, small bowl, not as dessert, not as syrup, not as a sugar bomb. Berries work best as real fruit, not processed sugar. Now we have tomatoes for the prostate environment and berries for inflammation. But there's one fruit that shows up again and again when we talk about blood vessel function and oxidative stress. And it matters because circulation affects the bladder and pelvic region too. Fruit number 3, pomegranate, oxidative stress plus vascular support. Pomegranate is one of the most functional fruits you can use. It's tied to antioxidant support and vascular function. And that matters because prostate symptoms don't live alone. They travel with inflammation, blood pressure issues, and metabolic problems in a lot of men. Best way, seeds, or a small serving of pure juice, not a giant glass, not a cocktail. Because again, sugar spikes are the enemy. When men add tomatoes, berries, and pomegranate consistently, the first improvement they often notice isn't dramatic, it's quieter. They wake up one less time, then another week, urgency calms down. Then daytime flow feels slightly better. Those are the early wins. They're small, but they're real. 3 fruits are strong, but there's a 4th fruit that targets a different angle that many men ignore: hydration and nitric oxide support. Fruit number 4, watermelon, hydration plus citrulline. Watermelon is mostly water, and that's part of why it helps. Better hydration supports urinary function. But watermelon also contains citrulline, which is linked to nitric oxide pathways in the body. This doesn't mean it cures anything. It means it supports circulation and vessel function. And better circulation can support better pelvic function overall. Best way? Real watermelon. Not candy, not sweet drinks. Simple serving, a few times a week. Now, there's one more category worth using because it helps men avoid a common trap. Fruit number 5, citrus and kiwi, vitamin C support. Citrus fruit and kiwi are practical because they support vitamin C intake. Vitamin C is part of the antioxidant network, And antioxidants matter when you're trying to reduce oxidative stress burden. Use it as part of a pattern. Orange, grapefruit, kiwi, 1 serving a day. But here's the warning. If you're taking certain medications, grapefruit can interact. So grapefruit is optional. Bonus fruit, avocado. Not sweet, not flashy, but extremely useful. Because avocado helps from the angle most men ignore, metabolic control. A lot of prostate symptoms get worse when insulin stays high, inflammation stays high, and weight around the belly keeps pushing hormone balance in the wrong direction. Avocado helps because it gives you fiber and healthy fats with very little sugar. That means steadier blood sugar, less hunger, less overeating later. The best way to use avocado: half an avocado with a meal, earlier in the day, not deep fried, not loaded with salty processed foods. Most men search for one magical fruit, but sometimes the smarter move is using a fruit that keeps blood sugar calm and helps the rest of the plan work better. You now know which fruits help, but if you use them the wrong way, you can make symptoms worse, so we need the how. The healthy fruit habit that makes symptoms worse. Trap 1, fruit juice. Fast sugar, no fiber, inflammation up. Trap 2, dried fruit. Dense sugar, easy to overeat. Trap 3, fruit at the wrong time and in the wrong amount. Late night sugar can worsen sleep, and sleep is already under attack if you're waking up to pee. So the rule is simple: whole fruit, moderate portions earlier in the day, and pair fruit with protein or fat when possible to slow the spike. The simple daily plan. Daily baseline. Berries most days. Tomatoes in meals 3 to 5 days a week. 1 more fruit serving from pomegranate, citrus, kiwi, or watermelon. That's it. 3 pieces. Simple. Repeatable. The one non-fruit lever that multiplies results. Walking. Daily walking. It sounds too simple, but it affects 3 drivers that matter: blood sugar control, inflammation control, sleep quality. Even 20 to 30 minutes a day helps many men, especially after meals. If you combine the fruit plan with daily walking, you're stacking signals. That's how men get real change instead of hoping. If you have prostate symptoms, you still need to be smart. Get checked if you have blood in urine, fever, severe pain, inability to urinate, rapidly worsening symptoms. Fruit is support. It's not a substitute for medical evaluation, especially when red flags show up. An enlarged prostate can feel like your life is shrinking. Sleep shrinks, freedom shrinks, confidence shrinks, but the daily inputs matter. Use them consistently. Avoid juice traps. Add daily walking, then watch what changes first. Nighttime trips, urgency, flow. That's the direction you want.